Before I run this news clip about what just happened north of Buffalo, there's a group of white supremacists, white nationalists, white something that's been doing lives about me who just not too long ago, maybe a few weeks ago, had just done a live about me, making fun of a video that I had done about watching out for white supremacists that was targeting black people right around the time, right after the Kroger shooting in Louisville, Kentucky. And I knew people that was at that Kroger, and I knew people in that neighborhood of that Kroger. And what was that guy's name? Greg Bush, that was specifically targeting black people. I made a video about watching out for them, and they all in the video. What makes them think that white people are just sitting around thinking about blah 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 blah? You know what? That had just happened. Dylan Roof, and that not long happened. Waffle House shooting in Nashville, targeting blacks and Latinos and all that kind of stuff. That had just happened. A whole lot of stuff. That kind of stuff had just happened. But it's funny that this has been like the topic for the last few weeks, and then all of a sudden I look at the news and I see this.
White supremacist ideology from the gunman, including social media posts praising the South Carolina church shooter and the New Zealand mosque shooter. Now, shots rang out around 2:30 this afternoon at a Tops supermarket that's about 3 miles north of Buffalo.
Well, what do you know? Like, this is the same thing that happened. One time they had me suspended from Twitter. This is before my permanent suspension, where they had me suspended for Twitter for, I don't know, I was making some kind of comments, but I was going back and forth with some trolls, and they keep on talking about black on black crime, black this and black that, and black threat, and black killing this and black killing that. And I'm trying to explain to them, you are the threat. If you go look at the numbers, you see you are the mass shooter, you are the everything. And I guess we got into something where I ended up getting suspended, Twitter jail suspended, but they lifted that suspension, but that was before my permanent suspension. But right when that happened, while I was suspended, somebody went down to Texas and some white supremacists to kill Mexicans, something, El Paso, somewhere down there. And next thing you know, my suspension is lifted. Well, it's funny. We just got through talking about this subject or whatever, and I'm, oh, what do you mean? Here we are again. And think about it, I have been studying the mindset of these radical, extreme killers or whatever, white radical extreme, whatever the hell you want to call these motherfuckers. Like, since like Dylan Roof, they getting all this shit pumped in their head. They got their own little white supremacist site that's like, blacks are killing everybody. You know, did y'all see that little meme that came out years ago that Donald Trump had retweeted on this shit? That was a fake ass crime statistic. They just said blacks was killing 99% of blacks are killed by blacks, 99% of whites are killed by blacks, and everybody's killed by blacks, and all that shit. It had something to do with a gun and a thing on his head and some lokes on and shit or whatever, fake ass statistic. You look at the source on the bottom, the shit wasn't even real. Well, they pumping these young motherfuckers' heads up with this shit, dude. Like, I used to actually troll these little white supremacist websites, like back before Twitter got all like, you know, for they like pretty much wiped out all the white supremacists whatsoever from getting reported all the time and stuff. You know, when they used to have their little things or whatever, I go there and they'd have their white supremacist websites. I'd go on them and I'd see all this shit. And dude, they scared, dude. They got this fear in their mind. They doing this, thinking that they doing this out of some kind of, they've got to do this because blacks are going to do this to them, and the Jews ain't going to replace them, and like the Muslims are going to get them, and the Mexicans, and that, you know, especially since the Trump administration, Trump got them motherfuckers pumped. But this shit was starting before Trump even got in it, bitch. This ain't got nothing to do with no Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is on some shit. I don't know who the fuck he got something to. This basically is on all that old we gonna lose the country shit or whatever. But we can go back to like Dylan Roof. But let's go back to the mindset that I'm talking about or whatever. Let's talk about when they actually took Dylan Roof in for interrogation. They tried their damnedest to do everything they could to help this little crazy little white boy He's hungry. They done took him to Burger King, fed him, and then if you go back, I don't have time to go find the clip and do all that editing and shit. You can find it yourself. I'm sure it's still somewhere on the internet. Find where they interrogated Dylan Roof. You will see that they tried everything that they could to help that little crazy ass white boy. And they was like, after he fed him and set him down and shit, they was like, now you don't have to say anything. Like you don't have to say anything at all. Like it is your right not to say anything. Like they was like, I'm sitting over looking at this shit like, God damn. Like or whatever. So, are you guilty of these crimes? I'm telling you now, I'm gonna let you know you don't have to say anything. And he's like, well, yeah, I'm guilty. Everybody knows I'm guilty. I had to do it because black people are killing all the white people and raping all the women. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly how he sounded. Look it up. Find it. It's on the internet. Trust me. You'll just find the interrogation of Dylan Roof. It's on there somewhere because I seen it. This ain't no shit I'm making up out the top of my head. That's what they're on. They always own some shit where every time they see some black people fighting up against some shit, that's why you see them coming from the hills and hollers with artillery and shit every time there's a Black Lives Matter protest. Like this is going some shit like after the protest against police brutality, they're gonna say, well, then let's storm the hills and hollers and kill them and take their land and shit like it. Like this is really. I know this shit because, I live in the city areas of Kentucky, but this mentality is all around this motherfucker. So, I'm able to identify what type of people that these people are, where they come from when I hear, some of the rhetoric on social media. This troll I've been going through with. Now, think about it. This troll that I was talking about, when I figured okay, this is some young motherfucker. I'm sitting there going back and forth with a kid. The one that's been doing lives about me for the last few weeks or whatever. He said he lived in a small town on the East Coast. That'd be fucked up because I've been fucking with him all morning, dude, and he ain't responded or whatever. That'd be fucked up if that motherfucker I done triggered this motherfucker. I'd feel bad, the motherfucker, if I done triggered this motherfucker to go kill 10 people. I ain't even gonna think no more about that shit. That'd be crazy as hell. But this is their minds. Everything, if you listen to it to this day, even though Malcolm X said it's not about being good or bad blacks or whites, it's about being good or bad human beings. You go talk to one of them and say something about Malcolm X. Malcolm X is a racist to want to kill white people. And even though Fred Hampton was like white power to white people, yellow power to yellow people, and red power to red people, and black power to black people. The Black Panther Party was racist and wanted to kill white people. Even though Bobby Seale said, we don't hate nobody for the color of their skin, we hate oppression and blah, blah, blah. But they always thinking, shit that ain't got nothing to do with them, these little white supremacists in these little towns somewhere, watching shit on the internet and watching all this stuff and thinking about race war and all this shit. Some motherfuckers ain't nobody thinking about come jumping in, trying to just think they defending white supremacy. That's what the hell, they might just get it on out. Like, I got some white supremacist trolls, they talking about, I don't want to be around black people, and if it was on me, it would just be all whites, and this is our country, and this, that, and the other, and then when I call them white supremacists, how's it gonna call us a white supremacist? But these motherfuckers ass backwards though, man. This motherfucker said he had more views than me. I got 1,500,000 some views on my channel. He had 6,000. I don't know what the fuck he done. That's when I was like, okay, something wrong with this motherfucker. But man, it's funny. I mean, the only thing tripping me out is this has been the subject that hasn't been a subject anywhere else for a while, because if I look on black social media, y'all done got onto some shit, you know what I'm saying? I got all these FBA. Every time I take a little small crack, me and Tariq got into it on Twitter when he started all this old beefing on immigrant shit. Cause I tell the same shit to immigrants, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, this is something we gotta do together, whatever your beef y'all got, y'all need to squash it, and we need to squash it, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to educate them on the shit that's fucked up on, because the white man fucks their head up about us when they bring them over here. They tell them motherfuckers not to do anything, not to associate with the blacks because they're lazy and all that kind of shit. So, but anyway, I'm still on the watch out for the white supremacists because it's, because around any elections, all of a sudden this shit turned into a race war or something to them. They, politics done turn into if the Democrats get in and if then the Republicans got all this old shit that ain't really gonna affect their lives in no kind of way. These be like middle class white folks to go kill somebody for nothing. And they always talk about black on black crime and want to address black on black crime and want to hold that over us or whatever. But don't realize that okay, black on black crime, there's some stray bullets in the harder, major hoods, major cities, all that stuff or whatever, but as far as what's going on, ain't nobody just going around looking for innocent people to just kill. Shit's going on. You got a high poverty area with a bunch of hungry dogs in the same area or whatever, just constantly conflict, constantly something going on or whatever, and something done happen. Somebody done robbed somebody done snitched on somebody done did something to somebody's kid or somebody's girl or somebody did something. There was a situation. It wasn't just one day I just saw Batman or the Joker movie and I'm the Joker and go shoot up movie theaters and shit. That's not what it is. And you ain't never seen no group of black identity extremists, for real, just say, I'm just gonna go kill some whites. Any black organization about self-defense, that's what they about, self-defense. But all this should be every time that they turn everything into anything black people want. They try to turn it into something. You want to kill the Black Lives Matter movement. It seemed like it started as something good and something that was pulling us together or whatever. Next thing you know, they got a clip of somebody saying pigs in a blanket fry like bacon, and all of a sudden, they want to kill whites and cops, and then that's when it turned into all that old shit. It's always going to turn into something where they're going to be the victim and they're going to be the threat because, like Farrakhan, Malcolm X, and a whole bunch of other people said, they got that fear of we ever get any kind of power that we going to do some fuck shit with them like they did with us. And social media ain't doing nothing but making this shit worse because the troll that's trolling me, he's always talking about he don't want me around no black people and black people this and saying all the black, but then when he was talking about me, he was like, I ain't clout chasing you, or you small change. I would go after Tariq Nasheed and Willie D, and goddamn, okay, you don't like black people, you don't want to be around black people, but you sit on the internet and watch black people all day, getting pissed off because black people want to do something, and you still poor and broke, feeling like white privilege passed you by, and we're gonna take over the country, and it's supposed to be your country, and we're taking the country, and all this old shit. Especially y'all talking back in the Obama administration, we're losing the country. Those are y'all, and then all of a sudden, just you gonna go shoot up some innocent blacks, Jews, Mexicans, Muslims, whoever you feel like is the enemy while you watching whatever on whatever news network or whatever you seeing on the internet and getting all hyped up, and these young little was getting all hyped up now. They radical, and a rebel with no motherfucking cause. What are you worried about? Ain't nobody. Black people are just trying to be become independent. Y'all, all this time, black people were begging to be a part of white society and ran into a burning house, and y'all bitched and whined. So now black people are talking about, fuck them, we're going to get our own shit. Now y'all mad about that. What the fuck wrong with you? Because, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. This is a fear thing or whatever. But when they talk like they have to do it because they're scared. This is some kind of cause to them. Like when Farrakhan called for 10,000 fearless, and there was people that made that mistake. Even some black people made the mistake of thinking he was going to call 10,000 fearless to go kill cops or white people or some shit or whatever. But the little group of the Nation of Islam down here had a little meeting about it, and they were talking about you don't have to be a part of the 10,000 fearless to be in the, you don't have to be in the Nation of Islam to be in the Justice Else movement or the 10,000 Fearless. And so I want to go check this out. Now, the 10,000 Fearless was what he's trying to put together as a group to go out to stop black people from killing each other, you know what I'm saying, to try to resolve conflicts and cause unity within each other or whatever. But they didn't turn it into, I remember there was sheriffs and everybody doing videos talking about Farrakhan's calling for 10,000 black people to kill white people, kill all the white people. 10,000 people. There are 238 million white people in the United States. There's roughly around 43 million black people. And Farrakhan's going to take 10,000 and kill 238 million. Like, this is the kind of shit. And like that shit, when y'all talking all this stuff, Obama and Hillary Clinton are making laws or take our guns. Dude, this shit is getting pumped into these little young motherfuckers' heads. And they on this, they really pumped up in their little, like, a lot of them probably come from places where they don't even really see no black people. They got to travel, go to another side, a far side of town, or go to another whole city just to find some black people to shoot. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I'm just finding it funny that this was a topic that's been on my mind. If you look at my community page, if you look at the last video that I posted of me, it was like a 37-minute video called. It was about the little white supremacist trolls that addressing all the little dumb shit they was talking about in their videos and sitting there talking about, oh yeah, he probably this and he probably that and yeah, this is probably what happened. And like, they done got a bunch of trailer park trolls together and they done philosophize my life and figured out they ain't got nothing right, but they're like, that's what happened because I'm white and Asian and I say so. But nah, stay aware at all times, as far as anywhere you go. I grew up under a Vietnam vet that I'm one of them people that I'm not going to sit with my back to no windows. I ain't going to sit with my back to no exits. I ain't going to sit with I'm always going to be in a position at the restaurant where I can see everybody coming in and out or whatever. That's just me. That's just what I do. I always do that. I've done that long before any of this or whatever. I've been doing that since I was a kid. So that's just me. It ain't just about watching out for white supremacists. It's just watching out for anybody. And like I was saying in that video, like if you see somebody just look funny, like all of a sudden, like you in an all black community and all of a sudden some white man in a trench coat walk in this motherfucker, like I'm just saying, keep your eye out for that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. So we're going to go back to that video and say it again since it was supposed to be so funny when I addressed it for the Kroger shooter and the Waffle House shooter and thinking back to Dylan Roof or whatever. But I'm still tripping off the fact that, like, I still ain't ruled out that this troll ain't the one that went and shot up Buffalo, dog. Because I've been fucking with him all morning. Next thing you know, I see it. And now I got a picture. If you go to my community page, I got a picture that says, I think I've identified my trailer troll or something like that. And I got a picture that I was combing his page to see if I could find some little pictures of him. I think he done slipped. And I think that was him. It looked like he had a little Dylan Roof wig on or something. But if he looked young and this shooter was only supposed to be 18 years old, and I'd be like, man, that'd be crazy as hell if that's the same damn dude that been trolling me all this time. And now he done went and shot up Buffalo. But, I don't want to make no joke of that because right now there are some people that died. I don't know who he targeted on because they said he had the word nigga on a bullet or something. So I don't know. I guess he was targeting, I don't know if he was targeting blacks. I don't know if he was targeting Mexicans, Muslims, Jews, all of the above, whatever. But my condolences go out to the family. And like I said in that last video that they was making fun of the other week or whatever, stay aware and stay safe.